Welcome back to Magic Tarot Cards. It's Jasmine. Today we are talking about the third eye because there's so much about it, misconception, people saying this, that, and that isn't true. So I'm here to tell you about the third eye. The third eye represents visualization, intention, mind focus, manifestation. The third eye comes from the inner pineal gland in your brain. Okay, they call that the third eye. A lot of people are able to use it. A lot of people aren't. But when you use the third eye, you're able to open up a lot of spiritual stuff. And if you're not careful, you can draw in the wrong things. That's why sometimes people speak against it, because you can also draw in negative stuff as well if you don't know what you're doing. Now, a lot of times you'll see the symbol, the blue symbol of the third eye will be a circle with the blue symbol. Carrying around that symbol doesn't protect you from anything. All it represents is that you're using your third eye to think with. You're using your third eye for insight, for enlightenment, to see things beyond, what we normally see here. Okay, but carrying the symbol around, I have bracelets with it. It doesn't really, not going to protect you from no curse or no hex or, there's a lot of misconception. A lot of people call it the evil eye. That's just a word that people made up because they didn't understand it, but it's not an evil eye. This eye can't hurt you. It can't do anything to you. It's just a picture, okay? It doesn't mean anything evil. It doesn't mean anything bad, okay? All it represents is thinking with your mind, with your inner mind, that gives you more truths, more enlightenment, that you'll be able to see beyond what we see here. Okay, so it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad symbol. When people carry it around, it's not a bad symbol. It's not nothing evil. A lot of people say it's evil, or things like that. It's not nothing that's going to hurt you if you look at it or anything like that. It's just a symbol. Okay, I use my third eye when I read the tarot cards. I use my third eye when I'm doing my psychic readings. My third eye is open most of the time, that's why I'm able to see spirits. I'm able to hear spirits. I'm able to talk to spirit because I have practiced it for many, many years. It's a practice you have to do. You just can't say, oh, I'm going to open my third eye and then that's it. It doesn't work that way. Okay? You have to practice opening your third eye through meditation and stuff like that. And I was taught that as a very, very young girl, very early age, from my ancestors that taught me the tarot, that taught me psychic things that I know now. They taught me how to use my third eye and open it up so I am able to talk to spirits and see spirits and manifest things and stuff like that. So with me, when I say, I've been a tarot card reader for 40 years plus, that's the truth. Okay, I started reading cards as a young girl when I was actually 14, but I was in training from it as a young child. I was being taught tarot as a young child, and then I was being taught how to open my third eye from very young, very young. I remember seeing all kinds of stuff when I was little, like shadow figures and stuff like that. When I was a little girl, it used to scare me because I wasn't understanding why I was seeing this stuff and what was happening to me until my ancestors, which were my aunts and uncles that did all this stuff, would explain things to me, because I would go to them and say, I just saw the shadow and I saw this and I saw that. And they would tell me, oh, it's because you have your third eye open and it's because you're psychic. And I was a child, so I wasn't really understanding that. But then as I grew older, then I started realizing, more and more what was going on with me. I was given a gift. And my ancestors would tell me that you were given a gift and you have to use it, and you have to use it the right way. You just can't abuse it, or else bad things will happen. So from a very, very young age, I started to develop all this stuff, and that's how I came into doing tarot cards. I love the tarot cards. I love reading them. I love interpreting them, and I have practiced for many, many years. I know them like the back of my hand. I know all the colors and symbols of what they mean and everything. And that's a true tarot reader. You know, you can't just hold up a card and say, oh, it means this and it means that when it doesn't. You have to really practice it. You have to really know those cards. You have to really know the colors. You have to know the symbols. You have to know why the man's looking up or down or sideways or why his arms are crossed and all that. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to be a true tarot card reader. And I've started, like I said, at a very young age, very early age. And it's something my family passed on to me because they were psychics, they were tarot card readers, they were spiritual healers. I remember going to a lot of spiritual healers when I was a child, and, you know, they would light candles and how you say, pray over you to heal you from certain, you know, a cold or a ache or whatever you had. You know, I've seen many healings in my lifetime where people actually were cured from cancer and all kinds of stuff because they would go to the spiritual healer and he would heal them. Okay, so I've had a lot of that in my lifetime. I didn't live a normal childhood because all of this was, you know, given down to me. My father is African, so they did a lot of spiritual things. I remember sitting by fires and dances, and then my mother is a gypsy, so all that came, that's where I know Hindu from. And then they did a lot of incantations and stuff like that too, so I had it on both sides of the family. My family is huge. I have many relatives. My mother has, no, actually my father has one cousin that had 20 kids, and from there's over 200 children and grandchildren throughout these years that have been born from that one cousin. So it just goes on and on and on. That's just one, and there's more. There's more out there. So I have relatives all over the world, all over, you know, in Africa, here, all over the United States. There's everywhere I go, I have relatives, I have family. And my family is enormous. It's huge. And it's a great thing. I'm never alone. I have people in and out of my life constantly. People that love me, that care about me, that will do anything for me, not to mention my friends, you know, and everyone else. So there's a lot of other psychics in my family too. I'm not the only one. There's a whole bunch of them that I call and talk to. So yeah, I'm not the only one. I got the higher ups. Whenever I say I'm talking to a higher up, it means that I'm talking to a family member that has gone before me and have done this exact same thing, and they have a lot of knowledge. And sometimes I'll call them up and I'll say, hey, you know, I need advice on this or that, and you know, they give me the advice, or you know, we practice calling spirits, and we just do all kinds of stuff like that. So no, my life is not normal. It's never been normal. This is something I was born into, and this is something that I will keep for the rest of my life because this is what I was meant to do. So yeah, this is just a quick psychic talk about the third eye. You want to carry the symbol, that's fine. It just means that you are visualizing, you are into all that stuff. But it's not a bad symbol. Don't be afraid of it. When you do see it, if you're a person that don't understand, don't be afraid of it. Because when you see it out there, it's not going to hurt you or anything like that. All right, I'm going to end this psychic talk. Thank you for coming. Thank you for all the people that have supported me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming to my videos, watching them, the lives, the donations that y'all have sent to me. I really appreciate that. And yeah, keep it coming. Oh, let me tell you one more thing about my cup, because I haven't really been showing it a lot. This cup is a magical cup. I call it, look, it says life is magic. I put an influence on this cup a long time ago. What I mean by that is I put an influence on it, so when you drink from it, it will help you in love, health, and money. Now, you have to do the ritual with it. You just don't drink out of it and expect for it to happen. It doesn't work that way. What you do is you purchase the cup, and then you have to write your intentions on the paper of what you want to happen. And it's got to be something good. It can't be bad. Okay? And then you're going to say your prayer. You know, you're going to read. And you're always going to say in Jesus' name, because, you know, nothing comes to us unless we include Jesus. So you're going to rub it. and you're going to fill it with your favorite beverage. You're going to rub it, and you're going to read what you wrote on that paper, and then you're going to take a drink. And then when you set it down, you're also going to put a glass of water next to it, a small glass of water next to it. Now, you're not going to drink from that one. That one just stays, okay? And then every day you're going to do the same thing. You're gonna pray the prayer that you wrote on that paper. You're going to drink that drink and set it down, okay? And you're going to keep doing that till you manifest, because all this is a manifestation. And this is just going to help you to manifest what you're desiring in money, love, and health. That's what it's for, money, love, and health. I've sold hundreds and hundreds of these cups. I've never had anyone tell me that it's a bad thing. I've had people tell me that they got healed, that they got their money they wanted, the house they wanted, the relationship. I mean, I've had, even my own brother was very, very sick once, and he says, I got to buy your cup. I'm very, very sick. The doctors can't help me. So he bought the cup, and within less than a month, he had called me and said, I can't believe I'm so much better, and it's gone, or whatever it was that was wrong with him. And he was like, oh my God, your cup, I got healed. And I said, you got healed because you manifested it. You believed in it. You manifested it. And of course, Jesus healed you. So yeah, buy the cup. The link is there. All you got to do is click on the little picture that you see in my videos of the cup, or the little link, and it'll pop up. The price of it, I believe it's $16. And they have different colors. They have one that's all white with this picture, or one that's blue, like this one. I need to wash this one, actually. And there's more merch coming up. I have some coming up, so I'll show that when it's out. But yeah, this quick psychic talk is turning long, so I'm going to let you go. But anyway, thanks for watching, y'all. And I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your friends about me. If you want that personal reading, text me, and I'll get back at you. See you next time. Bye-bye.